that is DRS this time, because Warpix KO, they have decided to push forward, and what a beautiful play by them. Team Ace, because every player managed to get one elimination point. But here comes another fight. It's Vampire versus Voin Donkeys that we were talking about. There was a three-way deadlock. It was Talon versus Vampire versus Voin Donkeys. After eliminating one team, Vampire have decided to charge on another. But wait a second, it's BDR versus Viper XKO going on, because BDR, they also decided to make a third party. Everywhere, wherever we go, there is a team who is deciding to do a third party, and this time around it's BDR.
Yeah, it's good for them. Yesterday they showed quite a bit of that capability, getting super aggressive. Now it's going to be Optimus stepping through with the S12K, doing a little bit of cleanup. Now Vampire KO are, well, potentially going to get KO'd if they are not careful. 4 eliminations is great, but you got to survive. So let's see if they can carry that torch a little bit further. I like what the zone was doing, though. Very centered up zone, so it is going to allow the teams great flexibility as to how they want to look to play out strategies. They don't have to stress too much about rotations, unless, of course, it's the 3 squads that we saw dropping all the way up in towards that northeastern side of the zone. But for now, it is going to be you, Lee, now just being played out. Yulin, a good spot to play through. Usually even, Yulin, when you come in here, it's always exciting to see kind of just, you know, in normal general gameplay also, what a contested place this is. So it makes sense to see the more experienced teams finding their way in here as well. Bumblebee, just trying to shake off a little bit of that water, sneaking forward. Talha and Too Good. Yeah, well, they have to be very good if they want to survive here. Whoa. They can't be running into a spray.
Absolutely. Warpix KO realized the same thing. But BTR, slowly and steadily, they're trying to close in. They're giving no room to Warpix KO for survival. The situation is a 2v4, I guess. Yeah, the utilities are going to come in. We got to watch out for those grenades. The position is compromised. Bumblebee coming in with a beautiful grenade. Warpix KO have no room to play, and what a beautiful grenade by Bumblebee. It's gonna take one down. Now a 1v4 left for Tala to do, but Bumblebee will be like, no, I'm not gonna let you live for another second. Once again, you know, all the players of BTR were trying to get that elimination number confirmed, but Bumblebee from the ground floor, he was like, I'm not gonna let anyone get this kill. This is my kill. I have to get it. And that was a beautiful grenade. But on one side, hot in on Voin Donkeys, taking down Potato. Crazy Block is going to find Gearsler. It's not looking good for Voin Donkeys. They have been surrounded. The last man standing. In fact, the last 2 players, it's Zeta and Razek. They're trying to deploy the hard cover. And it's not going to work out. But wait a second. Crazy Block, who was knocked and finished. Optimus with a beautiful grenade. It's a 1v2 situation. In fact, it's a 1v1. Voin Donkeys, the survival depends on Zeta, and here on BTR, the survival is on the shoulders of Optimus. But here comes another beautiful grenade by the third party from either side. It's not looking good. It's Voin Donkeys. They're losing their players to the zone, but BTR, there's going to be another third party.
Yeah, Sem9 now figuring that, they might as well go onto that back end. As you can see, Haikyuu and the rest now starting to mobilize up. They come, spotting out a bit of an angle up to that northern side. That, of course, is going to be one of our few remaining players coming in from. It's down, and that is the end. Going to do on the front line. This roadway is proving as a nice bit of coverage here now for Halal Axatron, but it's not going to be sufficient as Hitman goes down, and that is the end of the road for them. Not a single elimination to show for this game. Now, Bigatron by Vitality.
Knockout. Okay, confirming the elimination point too. Now it's a 2v1 or probably a 2v2 fight on both the sides. It's 2 players of Booming Sports, 2 players of a Team Bandit. Puzzle is puzzled, but the revival is coming in. Bombit is trying to push forward. You gotta watch out. Puzzle is gonna surprise you. The shotgun in his hand is gonna move forward, but he missed the first shot. That's a mistake. That's a blunder right there. And what a connection by Bombit. That is right on the target, right in the head. But once again, another player coming in. He will try to shift his gun, but in the meantime, he'll be taken down by Hokia. 2 players down, and both will be getting eliminated. And look at BTR. On the back of it, they're coming for a third party. Booming Sports is on the last player standing, and Bombit, in fact, BTR is coming right there, right hot in, and Bumblebee with his beautiful grenades will take down Another player of Bandit. It's not looking good for Bandit either. Ten Sky had no clue, but Bumblebee will miss some shot, and Ten Sky right from the face of Bumblebee. What is this guy doing?
He is trying to play the best game of dodge that he's played in a while, and unfortunately, Bumblebee just has that eagle eye, gets the spray done and dusted, and down they go. Up to 15 teams remain into this game. It's going to be Baja, the last remaining player now for the side of Champions, looking to get themselves situated a little bit further down towards that southern side. Of course, the zone has moved up to the north, so there will have to be a rather elaborate rotation coming through for the remainder, or the survival rather, of Champions Esports. Glue Squad, though, we did see them out for them. Now, Talon, they're going to be looking to see if they can find something themselves. Currently sat all the way in that 10th position. Boom, Esports going out with 5 elims to their name. Is that going to be enough, right? They just caught up with Skyforce. But Skyforce, well, they've not been doing anything so far just yet, right? No points secured. So we could still see quite a bit of a change coming through on that front. But it is going to be the fight for the top 5, right? I think at least at the end of the day, you want to be really... So I want to see who's going to be the one to rise up. I mean, Glue Squad has done it, Vampires has done it, BTR has done it, Sem9, RRQ, Talon, Skyforce. Pick a name. Any of those 18 names on the side has been able to do it. So let's see who's going to be the one here for today. Glue Squad, though, out they go, 11th place, 4 eliminations. So unfortunately, no placement points coming their way. The same can be said there for Champions Esports, also walking away with a squad wide. BTR essentially the only team now that can make a very comfortable run for the top of the leaderboard come game number 2's end. But I'm going to be looking at the rest of the teams, right? RRQ, Talon, Skyforce. They have a bit of an opportunity. You can add ASI8 and Nextory into that mix as well. So I want to see them shake up the table.
I mean, that another question for Team Nextory Esports is, do they want it bad enough? But talking about Team BTR and Team Nextory, that's a fight right there. And BTR, they're so close to Nextory Esports. This position that BTR is holding right now, that's not a good position. I mean, that's where you try to slam in the last zones, and before that, if you try to do that, you will lose your vehicles. BTR cannot leave these compounds because the collateral damage is going to make sure that they don't have a single vehicle intact. So that's not a good position. Next to Esports, Bumblebee from BTR's side. Where are the other 2 players? You got to play together. I mean, the split is not looking good for now. RRQ, they've decided to push. They are going for the smokes deployment over here. They are going to charge in on BTR. Bumblebee, you got to welcome them with grenades. But wait a second, he has a beautiful M4 in Santa Narc in La Par. What a connection by him. Oh my god, I've never seen such a precise aim by anyone. That was crazy.
Well, you've seen it here first, folks. Now, there's going to be Skyforce looking to rotate up as well. Beautiful spray. Oh, look at this. RRQ, they just cooking.
Yeah, they are cooking everybody. Whoever comes in their way, it's like they just find themselves into a lobby. For one second, they're here, and another, they're in the lobby. That is beautiful. Beautiful by RRQ. Not just Lapar, but Fisty also doing amazing things out there. And RRQ looking more confident than ever. But here comes the ASXI for a third party. Not looking good for a BTR. One of the players knocked out, going for the rival. Block. You gotta watch for those bullets. And the ASXI. Ooh, cooking Team BTR. BTR Block is on half HP. You gotta push forward. ASXI can go for the slam in.
Request that you please don't mention this team's name, right? Don't talk about them. Because you doing things, right? You're making some stuff happen over here, apparently. DRS, though, they've been doing a phenomenal job. 11 eliminations to their name. Cyclone kicking up a storm. Again, love to see that. So let's see whether or not DRS rather, can follow through and go full out. It's going to be RRQ just up ahead of them. Also doing a phenomenal job. But both these teams, right, doing amazing things here. I want to see what RRQ are going to be able to do here. They've got the full squad. They have a good position, but are they going to be able to leverage this against DRS then?
Let's wait and find out. DRS 11 elimination points with the name. They're going to find RRQ. I think it's the last player of Team Warpix Knockout who's also trying to survive on the western and far western end. But it's RRQ coming in with all 4 players, 7 elimination numbers to the name. DRS trying to survive, but here comes the push. Here comes RRQ. Lapar is going all in on the back of the covers is being provided by the rest 2 players. And look at those grenades. The flying grenades are coming in. The cover fire will take 1 down, and probably the grenade is going to take another 50, connecting the last 2 bullets and taking down the player of DRS. And that's done and dusted. DRS out of the game.
Wow, what a play. Bigatron by Vitality. Down they go. 5 eliminations to their name as well. ASI8 coming out of nowhere, clutching it up, but this could be a short-lived victory as champions are just there on the edge. And I mean, if Viper KO want to stay in this fight, they're going to have to get themselves patched up real quick.
Absolutely. The players were just running in his crosshairs, and he was like, da, 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 I'm going to take everyone down. And that's what he did. Down they go into the lobby. RRQ done and dusted for the match. But Champions Esports coming in for the third party. Tala has no idea that there's another team who's closing in. Is he going to get eliminated? What's going to happen? Are they going to spot Team Champions Esports? And I don't think so. Tala will definitely suffer this third party over here. Wait a second. Look at the snake. It's getting closed in slowly and steadily. It is not going to reveal his position. It's going to be his other teammates who'll try to spray down. The Lord coming out. And there you go. The first spray, the first knockout. And here comes another spray. Goku board needs to deliver some shots on Kinu, but he's not going to do that. And he's cooking a grenade. Look at this beautiful grenade coming in. Goku board, you gotta find the player. And here comes a chart from C1.
C1 now got to fully commit to the rush here. We did see a knife finish also coming into the feed, but now it is going to be Viper KO getting this whole situation turned on its head. They just 1v3'd an insane play. But now it's all riding on Gokubot to see can they hold steady. So far, Atomic is going to get dropped on down. It is looking hopeful, but Viper KO make a quick trip back into the lobby. 5 eliminations, a beautiful showing that they had, but unfortunately they can't maintain that. It will come to an end. Meanwhile, Boom looking to get ready to lock it in. It's going to be ASI8 and then, of course, the players from Bandit on either side. So can Boom push through this? Can they get the spray? Can they get into that next bit? Because they only have 2 players left to defend, and ASI8 just full sending it down onto them.
Absolutely, ASXide who is knocked out, and it's a 1v4 situation. Looks like ASXide, they have the control of the situation. The grenades are going to come in. Boy, baby, we're going to watch out. Zero is trying to move from the different side. But once again, baby, realization was also there. But don't force a 1v1. If you lose it, he'll go for the confirmation. And here comes the elimination confirmation. Baby getting a little bit more overconfident. And ASXide will suffer because of this overconfidence. That's not the way to go. It was a 1v4. Wait for your teammates. If you get hungry, if you get greedy, you'll get punished. But what's going on? BTR coming in, but they're not with their guns, but with their vehicles. They're like, we are good drivers. We'll eliminate you with just vehicles only. Rizzy Block finding the last plane standing, and DRS, damn they go, done and dusted.
I mean, I think BTR took the saying of running away with the competition a little bit too literal, right? Because they knocked the player, picked them on the car, and ran away with them, right? So I guess it gets the job done either which way. So, you know, GG. I'll give it to them. it worked. Now it is going to be Bandit. That will feel quite a bit of the presence here of BTR as they also move up into shelter. ASI8 trying to see what they can do. They have a bit of an opportunity. They have the compounds to try and play out of. But spotting the angles here in shelter itself does usually prove to be somewhat challenging. So there is going to be a little bit of a challenge now for ASI8 if they want to continue to push through. Will they rush up onto BTR or will they rotate in another direction? Of course, that zone is pretty centered up on
Fight with each other unless someone tries to go all hero. Someone tries to, you know, just commit suicide.
Yep, that's not the play that you want to go for. We also did see Bandit. They've been spotted. Down they go. So their solo has been sent away. See what's going to happen up on the southern side of zone. I mean, playing up in the lumberyard is always an interesting position, but it is going to rely quite heavily on where this next shift will be taking us. But I think for Sim 9, it's a decent angle. Good reposition that they have here. Looking to play and leverage everything they can against the side here of Void Donkey. But as we know, Void Donkey, they are going to be hoping to walk away from this in one piece, right? Potato? Yeah, that's not the way to go. Let's see if...
Foresties, K4STs. How do you pronounce this? I do not know how to pronounce digits. But yeah,
Ooh,
he's going to find himself in front of Bumblebee.
Uh-oh. That's the way you want to go. But let's see whether or not Urcast, I don't know, let's go with that one, is going to be able to get something done over here. Always when there's numbers in the name, I get lost. Tryout is easy at least because the number's at the end, right? So I can read that name. Now, it's going to be Tryout looking to try out a different strategy as they will have to defend against the push coming through from ASI8, Iron and Who up on the front line. I don't quite know. Yeah, well, or neither did Tryout as the shot is in, and that is the end of the road for Sem 9. ASI8 cooking this lobby. They are having a blast in the kitchen. Look at Casanova, Vampire right there alongside them, and they have not even spotted Casanova yet. Now, Zane on the front line there. Vampire's looking pretty good. The only team coming through with a full roster still left in this match. But this is where Casanova needs to time the shot to perfection. Act too quickly, and that could be you putting your team at quite a bit of a disadvantage. But Vampire, they're going to look to prioritize that northern edge of the zone as they think that is where it will take them. But the rest of Vampire starting to disengage, peeling off, moving backwards. Bigatron by Vitality will get taken away as well. So C1 down to a solo. I think ASI8, they are going to be the strong contenders for both squads here.
Absolutely, Varbesky, Lord is knocked and finished, and Thala will find himself so close to Team A6 side. In the meantime, elimination points is going to confirm by Casanova. That is brilliant. Casanova will find another player. This time it's Viperx. In fact, it's a Vampire Esports. Will be taken down. Miola finds his ways inside the tents of BTR, and once again, another elimination point confirmed. Vampire is done and dusted, but it's Team BTR versus A6 side. The next possible contention, or probably it will be Team Boom versus A6 side. What's going to be the plan of action from Team A6 side? They've decided to push forward. They are trying to charge in. They don't have the zone for themselves, but look at this. Casanova coming on with the beautiful grenade. Optimus will find him, will take him down, and is trying to confirm the elimination number. On the back of it, it's Baby trying to give cover. Boom Sports coming for a third party. It's not a good situation. A6 side will get the third party sprays, and Boom Sports will also face the trouble by BTR. BTR is trying to eliminate everyone who comes in their way, and 2 more knockouts to the name.
Yeah, unfortunate that Baby got put to bed, but now pressure is on for the rest of ASI8. I like the fact that they disengaged, rotated back. This does open up the opportunities for them, but you guys still got to watch out here for Optimus as Boom Esports get taken down. Now, Bandit also stepping up for a little bit of a shake-up here. Can they get the rush? Can they get that play? Bigatron by Vitality in hot pursuit. It is going to be Skyforce, the next squad to fall. Iron trying to get ahead, but unfortunately, it is going to be Bigatron by Vitality that does end up taking them down. Void Donkey now going to be playing from center zone, but so much contention up onto the edge of zone. Bigatron just quickly trying to get themselves reassessed here. They are trying to sum up the whole situation. As you can see, Bandit looking for an opening as well. Ten Sky looking to disengage, fall back into the rest of the squad. But then Bandit needs to find a way to move forward. Of course, rushing up with a horse it's going to be a little bit risky, especially looking at how BTR are just waiting for something to come their way.
Bandit know that they are on the 16th spot. They can, I mean, they have to go all in. They gotta have that 20 elimination number gameplay, or it will be over for them. For now, they've decided to push forward on BTR. 2 players are down. And look at Venice says he will be taken down. That fourth player is not going to come in. Look at the position of Kent. We'll find one player and Puzzle will get a trade, but that's not enough. It's a 1v1 situation. On one side, it's Puzzle, and on the other side, it's Optimus by BTR. And we have seen him carrying his team. Although all the players will get eliminated, the knocked out players are confirmed by Team Bandit, but Puzzle trying to revive, and on the back of it, it's Todd Gaming who have decided to do a third party. They will eliminate Bandit. They will also eliminate the last man standing of BTR. Todd Gaming, 5 elimination points to the name and 3 men standing.
Come in, Vampires could come in there. There's several approaches the teams could look to take moving in here. I want to see if the camel can make it up to here where Optimus is right now. That'd be hilarious. Oh,
Maybe.
a camel climbing a mountain like this. That would be amazing. I mean, it's already impressive to see a supercar up there. It's like, you know, it's not something that would happen in real life. But hey, here we go though. It is going to be Void Donkey and Bigatron by Vitality playing for the king of the castle. Who has the highest position to fight off of?
I mean, there's a big distance between all the players of Team Void Donkey and BTR. Even if they try to knock one down, they cannot push, they cannot charge in. So fighting with each other, that's not very good thing to do. Because even if you take down the players, you cannot push in. But BTR, without taking down the players, they have decided to push forward. BTR doing BTR things. Giger trying to move from a different angle, and the cover fire was quite there. Kent decided to charge in, and look at Razy Block. He's getting damage from different sides, but he will still find the player, take him down, and eliminate him. This is classical by BTR. No one else could have clutched this. No one else could have pulled this off. It's just BTR who decided to do BTR things. The risk they took, that was crazy.
It's always a always a tough one to see the teams trying to make these crazy plays. But hey, you know, Bigatron by Vitality, they have 1 elimination up. Can they find even more? Sem9 now going to be knocking on the door here. A good spread here. Bigatron by Vitality, you know, just making sure that they have the Overwatch, right? They've got the position and that they can show us just the amazing scenery from this map. But now,
And all 4 by who? It was just one player who came in for the third party. That was a 1v4 in a third party situation. The rest of AI, they were like, "Whoa, what happened? Where is the whole team? Where is C1?" Action was not there once again. RRQ, they're thinking that who's that one player who's trying to throw some darts or something else on us. It's definitely Team Nextry, but the connection, that is going to be a difficult thing. In the meantime, it's Talon Sports will lose their player, and Sem9 getting eliminated. That's an opportunity for BTR and Vampire to close in.
well, let's see who's going to come. Not starting to connect them through. Kenny locking in the first one. Razak now capitalizing on a quick cheeky trade. There's Noel rushes forward. Glue Squad now trying to peel off in all directions, but Void Donkey ready to receive them. Sticky coming in hot. Just sneaking in. A beautiful offside approach. And this could still be an opportunity for Glue Squad to try and turn this whole situation on its head. Void Donkey only managing 1 elimination so far. And now Zeta has to face it all as Todak comes rushing in onto the compound. And it is now 2 solos standing between them, but BTR coming up as well. And it is fight after fight continuing to just rain down carnage.
Absolutely. Toda Gaming once again coming up against Void Donkey. That's BTR on top of that hill who will try to spray down every player or every team that they see. But Zeta, I think, is the last man standing. Responsibility is quite there, but the elimination
Who will be the one to get the wipe in on Todak, because both squads are looking to play the setup here.
Absolutely, BTR. They've decided to charge in. They have the shotgun in his hand. Optimus trying to lead the way for his team. But obviously the heavy utility play is going to come in, and on the back of it, it's going to be ASXI is going to join, and they did join. They took down 2 players, and look at ASXI. Casanova is not stopping whatsoever, and down they go. 2 players are knocked out. And it's the time for Team TDK to do a third party. Bumblebee coming in with the grenade. He's trying to buzz, but he also took down in the process.
Wow. Cheeky nades coming in from all directions. Now, Bigatron by Vitality down to 1. It is going to be Razy up on the high ground, looking to rain down absolute hellfire onto the players from Todak. Going for a wide wraparound. Looking for the opportunity, but this also now allows another opportunity for ASI8 to strengthen their front line as the angles are looking to get wrapped up. Looking to push through as much as they can here. But here we go. Wu spots out a little bit of something. Not quite getting the angle there on Frenzy. Depp now quickly looking to close up. Trying to bring them back into the fight. Skyfalls will get eliminated in the meantime. And now it is going to be a very hairy, scary engagement. 3-way fight on the edge of zone.
Look at the map. Vampire Sports is also joining in. It's going to be a four-team fight over here. It's gonna bring absolute chaos. Vampire Sports also trying to do a third or maybe a fourth party, but Team ASXI, they've decided to charge in. Now that they can hear so many gunshots and the players getting knocked out, they don't want to miss out the action. But here comes another team, Vampire Sports.
Chaos now. BTR down to 2. Not quite sure if Razy and Bumblebee.
Why would you do that?
Will be able to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Iron, good off angle position here. Yet to step it up, bring in those eliminations, but now it's going to be go time. Who with a beautiful nade, and it's almost the end, and there we have it. Bigatron by Vitality goes down. ASI8 up to 14 eliminations. So now looking to double down as Boom is still ahead of them. Riley going to try and finish up this fight, right? They've been in this engagement for a good long while, taking up several positions here. I'm surprised that it's actually been going on for this long, right? I would have thought that either Boom would have disengaged or that Riley would have found a way to escape this, but doesn't seem to be the case just yet as the teams continue to hold on here. The angles not really improving at all for either of the involved squads. You got to do something. Come on.
I mean, they need to show some signs of life, but ASXI, they have decided to push forward. The revival is going to be there, but if they try to throw a grenade, Iron, it needs to use those utilities. Grenades will be used later. For now, it's trying to push on the player. Oh, here comes a push. The buggy jump is going to be there, but here comes the rescue. In fact, the help from Team ASXI side. The cavalry will be there. They will take down 2 players, but Iron will be eliminated, not just taken down. He's sent home, and ASXI will have to play this fight. We'll have to take this fight with 1-man disadvantage. But on BTR side, it's just the last man standing. It's a 1v3 for him. ASXI, they got an elimination point in this fight, and with Casanova charging in with a beautiful grenade, he will confirm another. But